Just know that there's more money to be made in validating women than there is in holding women accountable.
We don't pay our therapists more for being effective. We actually pay our therapists more for being ineffective. Therapists typically get paid by the session, so as long as they can keep you coming back, the more money they're going to make. But if therapists were to cure you in 1 or 2 sessions, then they stand to make less money because you won't be coming back for more. If a therapist is to give you some tools that are useful that you can use on your own without them, then the therapist stands to make less money because you won't be coming back for more. If the therapist gives you preventative measures to help you from spiraling and getting triggered again and relapsing, then there's a potential they're going to make less money, so they get punished for being good and rewarded for being bad. And if a therapist tells you that you're the problem, there's a chance that you will actually walk away when you are the problem, especially if you're narcissistic. Narcissists use therapy as a tool to further gaslight their victims. They will seek to weaponize the therapist against you in triangulation, which is to set you up so that you have more than one person convincing you that you are wrong. And what if the narcissist is paying the bills? Further incentive for the therapist not to call the narcissist out. There was a prankster on Comedy Central who demonstrated how you can gaslight a mental health professional into giving a false diagnosis. And he went into a certified psychologist and explained to her, hey, listen, my friend is delusional. Here's why. He thinks he works at Best Buy. He thinks he's seen an alligator. He thinks, and he named all of these real life experiences that his friend had, but said that they were delusions, and told her that she needs to look out for these delusions so that he can get diagnosed as mentally ill. And the psychologist said, okay, to the man who was paying the bill, I will do that. And so he brought his friend in. This is on camera. You can look it up. His name is Nathan. He brings his friend in before this mental health professional, and she evaluates him and asks him questions. And Nathan is like, yeah, tell her about the alligator. Tell her about where you work. And the guy's like, yeah, I saw this, I saw that. And the mental health professional was like, yeah, definitely he's delusional. He's delusional. As a professional, I've determined he's delusional. Why? Because she was gaslit in the first place preemptively to view certain things as being a delusion, but those stories were all true. And the man was not mentally ill. So a narcissistic parent will swear up and down that their scapegoated daughter is definitely the problem in the family, and even get that daughter committed to a hospital or diagnosed with something she might not even have, or what she does have was produced by the mom's abuse in the first place. Narcissistic wives will preemptively gaslight their therapist into believing they're being abused by their husbands, bring their husbands in, and then keep goading the husband to tell stories of times that he acted outside of his character so that she can use that as proof. See, I'm being abused. And he can get triangulated against, and then he's gaslit into thinking, oh, I guess I'm the problem, or he just doesn't want to go to therapy because he can see he's being ganged up against, and then she can say, see, he doesn't want to go to therapy. I'm a victim. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking maybe I can fix my relationship with my narcissistic mother or husband, or find ways to cope by going in for some couples therapy, for some group or family therapy, listen to me carefully. Piece of lint was flying. Listen to me carefully. Don't do it. Do not go to couples therapy with your narcissist. Do not go to group family therapy with your narcissist. It will not work. Only do individual therapy, and only do it with a therapist that believes what you have can be cured and understands trauma. All therapists are not created equal. You will not receive an equal experience just going to whomever your local provider is. That's not how therapy works. The good ones are rare and difficult to find, and you will have to search for them by trying multiple providers. So stop getting locked in like, oh, I've built a rapport with this particular therapist. Don't worry about the rapport. Worry about who actually knows how to cure these illnesses. A vetting question you can ask before you give them your money is, how long does it take you to treat anxiety or depression without medication on average? If they can't give you a clear, simple, concise, definitive answer, you might need to move on, because it takes a therapist who are trained by me 1 hour to cure anxiety or depression. 1 hour on average. One session. One. And this isn't new. This has been around for decades. But the majority of the industry is not using the techniques that work.